Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot, and welcome back once again to City Skylines. With the mass transit expansion, not that you would notice it yet, because the city's still a little bit tiny, just under 5,000 people. We're going to continue on building the glorious city of Angusburg here. And it's been a while since I actually filmed the first episode here. I'm trying to do things a bit longer this time. And I forgot how much I like the aesthetics of this setup here. I'm going to try to do this more in my subdivisions. This is going to be a very square city because of the... I'm going to put my faith in the new traffic system here where we can control our stop signs, we can control our traffic lights, and I'm going to try to do more grid-based stuff. Anyway, I did notice that there was like a fire with rubble on the road somewhere, so I'm gonna sort that out. Yeah, this right here looks pretty bad. I kind of want to see someone drive through it. Apparently that's not an issue driving through it, but let's clean that up either way. I love the burn marks that it leaves there. That must be from mass transit, and I think you can even like see... Yeah, I think you can even see like fire damage on the next building there. That's very nice. So what we have here is our little industrial complex. Do we have the highway yet? Do we want to get started? Yeah, we can build the highway. The highway is... The plan is to build it through here. And we're going to have like a highway and rail corridor. I think the highway is going to be elevated. I believe that's what I decided. Because if I was to not elevate the highway, that's going to lead to a whole lot of headaches later on. So we're going to have to do that, and that's going to be a bit of a... that'll be interesting later on. Anyway, we've got 34,000 to our name. Yeah, we can definitely expand things a bit more. Where should we go next? Just bear with me here while the game saves. There we go, it's all done. Apparently we need fire protection. So our city has a 50% chance of burning to the ground, so that is not good. And as you can see, we have a beautiful fire here right now. Gorgeous fire. And the fucking fire truck just goes off. That is fantastic. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care that this place is on fire. We don't care. Oh, man. Yeah, hopefully this one's working on that. Oh, well. Anyway, let's see about... Now, the reason I was having problems is that I want this east-west corridor here to be... I don't want to develop this area too much, because this is where some huge amounts of train tracks are going to be, so I don't want to have to destroy that area of my city. But the Hillside Park, which I actually really like the name of, the game just came up with it on its own. The less creative stuff, like the Lumbering District, that's me. But Hillside Park is the game. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's pause it. Let's see about maybe... This time I think we'll use a real road. We've got plenty of money here, and it's... The game really wants us to get some residential. You can see it right there. And we do want the residential because that's going to help us an awful lot. So maybe do another one of those subdivisions right there. I think that might be a good plan. So we could actually... Let's see what happens if we do this. Yeah, this is the same shape as before. I could actually do like double squares here. That's interesting. You could do that. Maybe. Yeah, that could work. I don't want the intersection to be too close to the road here, so I think this could be a decent alternative subdivision. Very squarey. So let's try this. No, actually we want to do it a little further out. Yeah, do it like that. That works perfect. I think that works perfect anyway. Yeah, that is exactly what we are looking for. So we can just do a bunch of these. That is way off. We're looking to do this instead. Okay, so clear out this street. And now we can just expand the entire thing. Like so. Get it all the way up to here. Do that. Do this. And we'll clear off that last little bit for now. Although, actually, no, I don't think so. I think we'll leave that there just as a turnaround spot in case somebody gets lost. That way they don't have to do a loop-de-loop around here and just congest the traffic unnecessarily. 2 access points, then an access point to the road. I think that's pretty good. And let's just get this all zoned up as residential. Perfect. Now let's see about getting some water in here. Start here. Sure. It's suggesting right here, sure. No, I think we can get a little bit more. Let's try this. No, that is not going to work. Alright. That's too much overlap. Let's find the optimal. We're probably going to be in an awkward spot here for the water. Maybe this is the... Yeah, this is actually a decent amount. There we go, the water grid is set up. We should probably, it's probably high time to get another water pump in here. Probably also high time to move this one onto the quay so we can make sure that we can actually get the rest of that all quayed up. And we'll just get it set up like so. Clear out this. Everything's hooked up to the electrical grid. We probably don't even need this since the... Yeah, we don't need that. Although, speaking of the electrical grid, we might want to possibly provide some power. Also, a few really enormous parks would not hurt. We'll give this one... We'll put a dog park right here. Apparently, we may not be doing anything else. I kind of want to just put a ridiculous tourist attraction here. If I can get away with it. Tour and leisure. Not quite there yet. Okay. There we go. So things are starting to grow. We'll see if it grows out towards the edges here. Oh, we need a school here. That would be pretty helpful. Except we don't have the money for it. That's 10,000. Could put a school right on the edge here, actually. It's not very good in terms of... Yeah, we'll drop a school right here. That'll be good. Then we can hook that up with the power lines, and that will feed this area electricity, and it'll grow up nicely. And as we're getting some more money, let's see what we can do. Can definitely get a small park in here somewhere. I'm thinking put a small park right here. Actually, I think I'll put it right up against this road because we'll do a couple of them right here. Because honestly, I don't want too much traffic here. So that seems good. Now we're having some sewage issues, so it's time for another sewer. And that's going to be a little bit more complicated because of my system here. Yes. Yes, indeed. Don't know if I want to dump directly into the harbor yet. So I think that is going to call for another pause. And we're going to have to reconsider this avenue. The Seaside Nancy Street. Gonna have to pull that back just a little. Get our sewer pipes there. Just move them up for now. And we're gonna have to dig out these pipes. Get those two hooked up. And there should be lots of power coming in. And this will be a temporary fix, but it'll do for now. And there we go. We're up to a busy town now. What's that going to give us? Tourism specialty. So we'll be able to do ridiculous crap like the riding stables. Bus stations. Building has burnt down. Of course it does. Tourism and leisure. Casino. Interesting. Fantastic fountain. Luxury hotel. The zoo. Traffic park. Locomotive museum. Ah, this is where we find it. Right. Riding stables. Yeah, let's just be ridiculous. Why not? This suburb has stables because why not? Garbage is piling up. Our landfills are at 27%. Okay. I guess it wouldn't hurt to drop another landfill, although this is gonna... Don't want to go too crazy on these because they're going to be a headache later on, so have to watch out for that. So our residential demand is good. Now we need to worry about commercial more so than anything else. What do we want to do with commercial? I suppose we can just You know what, I'm going to put a commercial complex right here for now. Maybe not quite there. For now, we're just building something that is optimal efficiency. Just do a little bit of that. Get some water down for it. Oh, hello, electricity problems? What do we have? What's going on there? And I guess we can get some water down here for the future, and we'll see what's going on with the power. So our coal power plants are not doing the job anymore, so I think we'll upgrade to a couple of, at least one oil. I'd like to do more. We have plenty of coal stored there, so that's not an issue. And this area right here is just having issues with connections to power. That'll sort itself out pretty soon. I think I'm going to just drop a plaza with some trees in here just to fill out the power grid. And there we are. Perfect. Detain criminals. So it's getting close to capacity there. Guys, I think we need to make some changes here. I'm not gonna... Well, this is a traffic light anyway, so that's not gonna make much change here. We're gonna do a nice wide avenue here. Just for now. Where we can, that is. Where we are able. Space already occupied. Alright. Let's make some changes here, make some adjustments. Eventually this interchange is just going away entirely. But for now I want to put a nice, lovely wide avenue there. Whoops. Let's go back to that. Now let's go over here. Get the freeform tool. There we go. We got a little turnaround spot in case we need it, and we can probably actually use the upgrade tool and upgrade in quotation marks that. It's hideous, but it'll do the job quite nicely for now. Or not. Perhaps not. It's probably a traffic light too soon in the city, but oh well. We'll move this back a little bit. We'll get the rest of this upgraded with that lovely avenue. Oh! Okay. So people are apparently quite content to walk in the middle here. That is very interesting. I did not realize that was how this one was designed, but that is even cooler than I thought. I like it. And there's parking space and everything. So this is actually just a decorative 2-lane road. Okay. Sure, we'll make a lovely parkway here. Okay. And what spot is missing? The spot with the cemetery, which is going to be problematic. Actually, not so much. So I can't move that yet. We're going to temporarily move the high school down here. And we will go ahead and we'll do this for the rest. At least for as much as we can. And then the high school will be relocated once again. Alright, so we're almost at 7,000 people now. Very good. Could actually throw a cemetery down and to one of these spots here. That would actually be a really good place to put a cemetery. Yeah, why not? We've got so much space in these things. It's very nice, very efficient little suburbs. They also look like they would look nice once they're urbanized as well. Speaking of urbanization, these ones I've noticed do not have any zoning to them. We should fix that. Got some zones here and here. Perfect. And we only have a single police station right now. We need to rectify that. So we'll go ahead and get a police station down here. It has water access. Perfect. Everything's good there. Wonderful. And fires down by the river. Alright, so I guess we watch this thing grow for a bit. Do I have any loans that I need to pay off at the moment? Yeah, we have this one. We'll pay that off, since we're raking in the money at the moment. Let's see, any other policies we can go for? Nothing substantial. We can't do the commercial small business enthusiast or big business benefactor yet. Let's take a look at how much these infringe upon the rail corridor. So this is probably about as far back as I'm willing to go right now. So I'm kind of hoping I get a new area with this next level up here. I do. Good. I just really want to get the bloody train so I can start laying track. But at the same time, I want to plan around it so that I don't run into trouble here. And I want this area to be residential on the west side of the tracks, and then I want the industrial complex to be on the east side of the tracks. Other side of the river, we're going to be a bit more flexible. And it's probably going to be a highly, highly commercialized area. Lots of office buildings, lots of dense commercial. But, yeah. Anyway, for this, they are screaming at me right now to build some more industrial. Also actually screaming at me to build more residential, which is good. Let's get started with the industrial first. Can just expand a little inward here. So I'm just actually going to do this kind of weird road right now. Bit of limited access, but I think that'll work. I don't want to put too much access on this road because right now it's acting as a main road. Let's see. So we can do maybe another one here of industrial. And I think right here we can probably put some access in. Let's take a look at our tram lines here, folks, see if everything is good. Yeah, it is. It is indeed good. As a matter of fact, I don't even think we need a traffic light here, so we're going to take a look. We're going to go on to this. Junctions, we're going to turn that off. We'll go ahead and put a stop sign there. I may live to regret this. And we're going to make this a priority road. And now we're going to load this up with industry. And all hell may break loose. We'll see. Let's just get that loaded up with industry right there. Just a sec. And we may be missing some water. That might be important. There we go. They're not going to need any industry for quite some time now. Let's take a look at getting some more residential set up here. I think just for aesthetic reasons, we'll keep doing the dirt roads up on the hill here. Let's take a look at those regions. Make sure we're not getting too close. Yeah, we're fine. So, can expand these out. Maybe a couple blocks. There we go. Apparently we have new buildings. Full-size hospitals, excellent. Let's see about expanding the water lines, perfect. And finally a bit more residential. There we go. That should just fill in nicely on its own. And our next level up is at 850. So about 1,000 population away. That's probably not going to be enough. These guys actually are getting some really nice big houses. And I believe at least the case is with the higher density. The nicer the house, the more people that can be crammed into it. We'll see. Not really the case here so much. Definitely more money you make off of it. Let's see. Let's also just check on traffic right now, make sure things are going pretty well. 93%. It's a bit of a bottleneck right here at this crossroads. Not a huge surprise. This actually is being listed as heavy traffic. This is really heavy traffic right here. I bet I know why. We have an unnecessary stop sign here is what we've got. Let's deal with this. Junctions. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that quite yet, thank you. Let's take another look at traffic now. Let's see how that goes. This should get itself sorted out. So it's still very heavy traffic. And the traffic light was actually helping things, apparently. We'll just watch it. We'll watch it for a bit. We'll see how things go. Because right now, traffic was at 93%, and then it has just dropped. So perhaps reinstating the traffic light is the correct course of action. Not always a bad thing, they're just often a bad thing. Let's just monitor that. 86, 85. So what's actually going on here is things are just getting slowed down at this traffic light. 84. So this entire road just... Sadly, this entire road is actually just ineffective, which is really unfortunate because it's very aesthetically pleasing. So for now, we're going to switch it over to a 4-lane decorative road, at least on this side. Get rid of the boulevard in the center there. Add some additional lanes. We can't do anything because of the cemetery there. Okay. Now let's take a look at things. Traffic at 82. Well, we'll see if people make use of the multiple lanes. A little bit. Traffic's getting backed up quite a bit by that damn traffic light. But there's really no way around it until we put in a proper highway connection right through here. I think I'm going to relocate that park just a little over there. See about maybe expanding this. Yep. There we go. We'll maybe try to empty this cemetery out. And then we can move it around. And once again, we need housing desperately. Let's see about getting some houses. Alright, where are our regions? You know what? We could actually fit another circle in here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to actually upgrade these. I'm going to upgrade all these roads to make them the same. I don't think we need to do dirt roads here any longer. So we'll go ahead. We'll also extend the water. There we go. We can get this all zoned now. That'll give us a bit more breathing space here, and we've got 188,000 to play with here. Very good. Let's throw an escape park down here just for the hell of it. And right, we still have those roads to upgrade. Actually make this a nice little picturesque neighborhood. Got some of these in here, at least down the main parts of the road. Got these nice tree-lined roads. Improve property values. And you know what? Screw it, we'll just put these everywhere. They'll pay for themselves in terms of the appeal that they'll give to the neighborhood. We'll keep that area clear for now, although I'm not above just zoning that to get the last little boost that we need. How are our districts looking here? So we're a little bit over into the rail corridor there, but I am giving all of this a very wide berth, I think. Definitely this one. I think we can squeeze a bit more into this area right here. So we'll try to do that as well. Yeah, we can put it right here. Right there. Oh, this could be a big problem. Yep. That cut off power to the entire area. Right, let's get a new power line set up. An area where we're not going to do construction in the near future. And also we're getting low on power because... Oh, we're just getting low on power because... Okay. This area doesn't have anything in particular, so I'm actually going to drop the cemetery right here this time. People love those things. They don't mind having a graveyard in their backyard whatsoever. Alright, so we've got some houses building up here. That should be good. I think we'll go ahead and get some, we'll just do normal roads in this area for the time being. And we're making more money than we know what to do with, which is a very good problem to have. Oh. Although we do have issues with water. There we go. That should solve that. There we go. Perfect. And we just need a smallest amount of additional population, and we'll get to that next milestone. Let's go ahead and upgrade this while we're waiting for it. Now people are using the lanes properly, and perfect. We've got the next milestone. We've got another square of land to play with, and we finally get high-density residential, high-density commercial, and office buildings, as well as subways and blimps, and universities. Do we get any of the good policies that go along with? Not quite yet. But we do have high density. Let's take a look at what we want to do next. I do want the other side of the river, but at the same time, I'm not sure how I'm going to develop that just quite yet. So I think I may just I think I may actually go here and extend this road right here and extend the tram line. I think we'll do that for the time being. I mean, we're going to be able to purchase all of this in the long run, so that's not going to be an issue. So that means it's time for a pause. We're going to go ahead and demolish our fairly ugly loop right here. Go into the transit section here and get ourselves some of this. And you know what? I'll take a look. I'll spin around just to make sure that we're doing a proper 90 degrees here. Oh, this could actually be an interesting spot. This could work nicely. I like it. And then we will have a unnecessarily dramatic turnaround spot right here. It's not very circular. We can do better than that. How does that look from the top down? From the top down, it's actually not too bad. It's not completely circular, but the heights are all out of whack, completely out of whack. So we need to probably just get rid of that too. Let's work on this bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Maybe a bit of trimming right here, perhaps. Trim out these sections. Maybe get it just a little bit. See what that looks like now. That's fairly good. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly level, but it's pretty good. Does it dip down at all at any point? It goes down here, then it stays level, then it raises up, but then only slightly. Yeah, it's pretty level actually. I like it. I think that'll work. And we have a traffic light here, so we'll have to do something about that. So we don't want traffic lights on every intersection here. So we'll go in to junctions, adjust. Just do stop signs once again. I kind of want to imitate this, so I think I will. So we can do a row of single houses here. Looks like this isn't going to work out quite perfectly. What would be a perfect spot for it is if it was here. So let's just maybe try adjusting this a little. Need to get rid of the whole thing. It's a bit too close to the highway for most people's liking, but maybe we won't zone there. Maybe we'll put up some sound barriers here. That could work. So I'll just throw up sound barriers on the highway for now. Keep the noise levels down so that people won't complain. And also just for faux realism here. Yeah, I think that'll work. What do the sound barriers actually look like right now? I can't tell whether that's the modern stone ones that I see normally or whether that's just the corrugated steel that used to be very common and you can still see in a lot of areas. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a nice little road connection going there. We can actually do this just to get additional space, additional housing. Maybe we'll hook this up here. Yeah, it seems fairly reasonable. That seems pretty good. And then here we can go back as far as we want, pretty much. Kind of build that on a bit of a hill. Or right into the hill's edge there, I guess. Not really working with the landscape here. Perhaps we should start doing that. For this, we'll go back to the boring grids. Well, I like to think of this as being somewhat artistic, having the nice little green area in the middle. It opens up a lot of opportunities for stuff we can throw in there. Throw another one there. Okay. Now then, let's take a look at this road. Get rid of some of these traffic lights. Junctions. We don't need a traffic light here. We don't need a traffic light here. Okay, that looks good. Let's get water hooked up. We'll use this as a nice little artery line for water. I think I actually want to do my water here so it's just a little bit of overlap. And then there's adjusting that. That's similar amount of overlap. You know what? We'll do it here. We can afford a little bit of waste. And then, like so. Yeah, these are all a little offset from the road. Run that right under the road. We'll run that here. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, if these just follow the road, they're fairly efficient. Yeah, so we'll do that everywhere except for where we've already laid pipe. And we can do that here, and for here we're just gonna have to actually not do anything. That works out beautifully. And this is still gonna be a less dense area for the time being. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead with low density residential for now. And just go like that, like so. And then you know what, we'll even... One moment, please. Alright, let's get to naming this district here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna build a nice big district here, and I'm gonna call it the Square Cliffs. There we go. Holly Square. Well, we'll keep the square part. It's the Square Cliff subdivision. Any special policies we want? Well, we'll encourage some bicycling. No taxation policies. Oh, one thing we do want to do is we want to make sure education boost is everywhere here, so we'll do that for the entire city. And I think we also should get some schools in here. Let's actually go ahead and drop... We can drop a high school here. We'll throw a couple of elementary schools back in the... somewhere further back here. Say like one here, one here. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the university, so I'm going to leave that out for now. And we'll throw in a few playgrounds as well. Nothing too fancy, just want to make sure that people have some leisure available. This is actually... Let's actually put one here. One here, and we'll throw in one here. I think I might actually want to throw in a few walking paths too, at least for these little things. It's annoying that these won't link directly to streets. But I can do this though, and then it'll do this. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, it makes more sense to do this. Irritatingly enough. Okay. Do that. So only need a couple on that side. This side we should probably put in a few more. Don't know why. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I didn't put out a little spur here, but you know what? That works. I like it. Now we'll throw down a few tram stops here. Get the game going. Let things roll out. drag the line to add a stop. Throw down a stop. Definitely right here we want to add 1 stop, 2 stop. We have no power for this area, so that's going to be a problem. And we'll throw down a stop here and here. Very good. And I guess we'll throw down a stop here. Nope. Nope. You know what? You buggers can walk. You can walk to the nearest stop. And just to make things a little different here, we will drop in a nice little walking path. We'll make it just a dirt one this time. So anyway... Well, it appears that they've found a way to get power, which is very good. Let's take a look at the noise problems. Noise issues are actually tolerable, though I did not intend to zone on this side of the highway. So I'm actually going to just nix that before things get any more out of control. Alright, there we go. And how close are we to our next one? Our next big industrial planning. We get the monorails, we get rail stations, hydroelectric power dams, all kinds of goodies. It's going to be a ways. Should probably get a cemetery in here as well. I'm hoping that all these cemeteries aren't going to cause too much traffic in the long run. I like the idea in theory of decentralizing them. We'll see how well it works in practice. Alright, so we got a bit more development here. We're actually really short on power at the moment. So that is because we're getting a little cold. It may be time to address the heat problems. I suppose we could go geothermal heating. Actually, I kind of want to just get a nasty boiler station for now. So we're going to add in a boiler station. Going to hook it up with the pipes, and then we're going to start pumping some heat out to people. Because this is taxing our power system more than it has to. So... I bet you that even just doing this will have a significant impact. Heating things up, and let's take a look at our electricity consumption. Okay, fine. Not as much as I thought. Maybe the entire industrial area. If we get the entire industrial complex hooked up with water heat, then we might be in better shape. Let's see. They'll definitely appreciate it as a additional service. Or they'll start complaining if they have no source. There we go. That's hooked up. They should stop complaining in a sec. There, the entire industrial complex is sorted. The coal-fired power plant is actually out of fuel. This one's low on fuel. This one's also low on fuel. Not enough fuel. Fuel stored for a week. Interesting. I would have thought we would import some fuel by now. Alright. Well, we don't have enough money for a new oil plant yet. Maybe we should check the budget screen? Power facilities will hire more people and thus more electricity with a higher budget. Let's just grab a cheap loan here and take a look at maybe what we need. So we do have more coal now. That's sorted. Just took a while. Well, one thing we could do is maybe make this not a dirt road. That would probably help. There we go. So this has a 6-week supply now. What does that do for our power situation? Slightly better than it was. And also we're facing one of the coldest nights we've faced in a long time, so that's very good news. So let's extend our heat. Extend our heating services. Oh, this cemetery is apparently emptying as well. We don't actually kind of want to keep it there for now. So no, we want you to stay. I think that was originally the one that was right here, but that's fine. It can stay. Do some upgrades here for now. That's looking like some fairly substantial traffic. Yeah, our traffic flow is quite terrible at the moment. 57% E. And we've got a massive backlog on the highway here. So we're going to have to address that pretty soon. Possibly wanting to look into a interchange of some sort right here. I think this cliff would actually make an ideal spot for an interchange. So I'm gonna get that done, and then in a little bit I'll throw down a cut, and that'll be the end of the video. So we'll do this. Yes, that. And then reduce the slope to something reasonable. Not a tunnel. No tunnels, please. But there, we use the cliff as a natural... Use the cliff's natural height. And we're so close to that water lake, that lake there. That is actually a really nice lake. I think I may put some cable cars in here a little bit later. Just because I'm liking the aesthetic here. Anyway, for now we need to go ahead and kill that traffic light right here. We do not need that there. We are going to have to, however, add the Old Town setup to Holly Square, because you better believe cars are going to come, trucks are going to come through here. City planning. We can do a heavy traffic ban. Only residents and businesses can use this area. Yeah, we'll do heavy traffic ban for now, just to force the heavy traffic through this interchange. Help things out a little. Relieve the traffic, though, from the... relieve traffic from residents by getting a new interchange set up. Okay, so do that for now. How's that look from up top? Looks pretty good, I think. I think that looks pretty damn good. Alright, now this one... Sure, that'll do. I'm thinking about maybe making this one a bit fancier than normal, though. 'Cause this is just your basic interchange right here. I think I might want to do something a little bit extra. Oh, we've gotten a sauna. Hooray for the sauna. Oh, did we get... Oh, we got incinerators, folks. Those are going to come in handy. Let's go ahead and just... Since we don't care about the water, we're just going to throw those down on the waterfront. I'll just get a bunch of them ready to go. That'll do wonders with the garbage. Also generate a little bit of power to boot, because apparently everything's out of fuel. Although I believe that is the oil truck going to refuel our oil power plant there. Should fix things up rather nicely. This thing's completely dead, though. Yeah, apparently using these things for fuel is not the best bet. Especially if you don't have any in your city. So I think I'll get an on-ramp right here. Just for, like, right turn's sake. And we'll get another... This is going to be a really awkward intersection, but I'll do my best. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to cram too many things into this. Alright, I'm going to pause it while we play around with this interchange. So do that. And then the goal is to do something like that. There we go. Now, if I could just make this a bit better looking, then that would be perfect. I guess that's going to be the best I can get. Ideally, I'd like something where it just curves around, goes under the bridge, and then does a gentle merge right here. But, well, actually, I could draw it in the opposite direction and see if I can do it. Can I go under the bridge like that? Alright, let's see. Because this is what I wanted. You! Alright. I like that a lot better. It feels a bit more natural. These, definitely not perfect. In fact, I think I'm gonna fix that up as well so we can get a nice right-hand merge lane here. So I'll just get rid of this for now. Then we'll draw something where it's going at an angle. under the bridge, and then just merging right there. Then we'll have something a little further back. There we go. I like it. It's a little bit convoluted right here, but I think that's pretty good. I may try just fixing this just a touch so that I can maybe hook these up a bit more gently. Although it looks like that may not happen. Yeah, apparently no. Although, what if I did that, but then no. Slope too steep. Oh, that is actually really elegant. I like that a lot. I will keep that. You can stay. I love especially how it just kind of like overlaps a little bit onto the highway. Just like it is literally touching the lamppost. That is wonderful. I like it. Building's burnt down again. Let's see. So what do we require now? We require additional industrial. Let's go ahead and give the people what they want. First, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move this police station back a little. And then I think I'm going to actually just build a nice, huge 6-lane here. Just do a crazy big 6-lane avenue. Yeah, the streetcars are fine. The dumps are... Oh, shit, the dumps, man. The freaking dumps. Yeah, so much for that idea. Alright, well, let's make sure this entire area is zoned. Yeah, we'll do that. I guess we will, let's take a look at this. We can probably squeeze in a little bit. We'll make sure that this, at least once we get past here, is full 6-lane. I think we can... You know what I'll do? I'll do smaller road here. Like so. And yeah, we can go ahead and do full streets here. Why not? And we will, at least for the time being, this is not going to be permanent, but we will go ahead and just zone up the entire thing as industry, and now we will get the pipes out. We'll go ahead and just lay geothermal pipe. Alright, there we are. There we are, folks. Let's see. We're having water shortage issues. So we're going to need some more water pumps. Also going to need some more sewage output pipes. There we go. That's got everything taken care of there in terms of their water and sewage issues. I believe our waste situation is still not the greatest. No. So we need some more of those incinerators. We'll see when this one fires up how we're doing there. If we can get into at least yellow, preferably green, I'll start emptying some of those dumps so we can put industrial buildings in there. If it ever decides to do anything. Okay, they're sending out trucks. So that's something. You know what? This one's full, so we're going to empty... We're going to start emptying these two. We're going to see what happens. Go ahead and clean that up. And how far is the sewage? The sewage is actually getting down to the bay there, which is unfortunate. And we are very close to that important milestone here where we... Yeah, we're close enough that I'm going to wait, and I'll drop a cut once we get there. And next time... Alright, here we go, guys. We've got ourselves a small city, which means we can now lay track. So we've now got basically all the transportation options, except for airports, of course. So next time, we're going to be building our east-west and north-south rail corridors. Getting those set up, trying to figure out how those will work. And we'll try to grow the city a little bit more so we can get that, start expanding on the other side of the river there. Start getting that built up. Because that is going to be a key component of the city in making sure that we have all of the freight from here is going to then service the huge commercial hub that we're going to have over here. And it's going to be a monstrous downtown that we're going to build over there for it. So, that's going to do it for this episode, folks. I'm going to check our traffic situation. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So we can go ahead and throw on small business enthusiast. And I'm going to throw on high-tech housing just to get things, hopefully get the money really rolling in here. And that's going to upgrade a ton of our houses here. There you go. They're just all going to go up because of high-tech housing there. And that's going to do it for this episode, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying watching this city of Angusburg here grow. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been Ybot. I'll see you next time.